What if you could remember every single day of your life? Not just the highlights. Not just the big moments. Every single day. What you ate for breakfast on March 14, 1992. The exact words someone said to you on a Tuesday afternoon in 1987. Every argument. Every embarrassment. Every loss. Perfectly preserved. Perfectly vivid. Forever. To most people, that sounds like a superpower. To the people who actually live with it, it feels like a prison. In the year 2000, a woman named Jill Price wrote a letter to neuroscientist Dr. James McGaugh at the University of California, Irvine. The letter said, "As I sit here trying to figure out where to begin explaining my life, I just hope somehow you can help me. I am 34 years old, and since I was 11 I have had this unbelievable ability to recall my past." Dr. McGaugh had spent his entire career studying memory. He had never seen anything like what Jill described. He began testing her. He would name a date, any date, from the past 3 decades. Jill would instantly tell him what day of the week it fell on, what she was doing, what was on television, what was in the news. Every single time. Without hesitation. Without error. After 6 years of testing, Dr. McGaugh and his team published their findings in 2006. They named her condition hyperthymesia, from the Greek, thymsis, meaning remembering. Jill Price was the first officially documented case in human history. And she described her perfect memory not as a gift, but as a burden she had carried alone since childhood. So what exactly is hyperthymesia? And how is it different from what the rest of us experience? Normal human memory is reconstructive. Every time you recall a memory, you are not playing back a recording. You are rebuilding it, filling in gaps, influenced by emotion, by time, by what happened afterward. This is why eyewitness testimony is so unreliable. This is why your memory of an event changes every time you revisit it. Normal memory is designed to forget. The brain actively discards information it deems unnecessary because holding everything would be cognitively catastrophic. In people with hyperthymesia, this filtering system appears to malfunction. Instead of letting go, the brain holds everything with equal weight. Autobiographical memory, the record of your own life, is stored with the same clarity on day 1 as it is on day 10,000. Brain imaging studies have revealed 2 key differences. People with hyperthymesia show significantly larger caudate nuclei, structures involved in habit formation and procedural memory. And their temporal lobes, which handle long-term autobiographical storage, show unusual connectivity patterns not seen in typical brains. But what does it actually feel like, from the inside? Jill Price describes it as a split screen. She is always living in 2 places simultaneously. The present moment and every past moment that today resembles. Walk past a restaurant where something happened 10 years ago, and that memory floods back with full emotional intensity. Not as a faint recollection. As if it is happening right now. She has described watching news coverage of a tragedy and simultaneously re-experiencing every tragedy she has ever witnessed. Layer upon layer upon layer. The past never fades. It never softens. Grief doesn't diminish. Embarrassment doesn't dull. Every painful memory remains as sharp as the day it was formed. She wrote in her memoir, "Most people have the luxury of forgetting. I do not. I am a prisoner of my own past." There are now fewer than 100 confirmed cases of hyperthymesia worldwide. Among them actress Marilu Henner, who has spoken openly about the condition. Every person who has it describes the same thing: it is not a superpower. It is exhausting. So why does this happen? What makes some brains hold on to everything while most let go? The honest answer is, scientists don't fully know yet. But the research has revealed several consistent findings. First, the caudate nucleus. In people with hyperthymesia, this structure is significantly enlarged. The caudate nucleus is primarily associated with habitual behavior, and researchers believe that in hyperthymesiacs, the act of memory retrieval itself becomes compulsive. Like a habit the brain can't stop performing. The brain keeps revisiting memories the way others bite their nails. Automatically. Repeatedly. Without choice. Second, the link to OCD. Brain scans of people with hyperthymesia show activity patterns strikingly similar to those seen in OCD. Intrusive, repetitive, unwanted mental replaying. This has led researchers to wonder whether hyperthymesia exists on a spectrum with obsessive-compulsive conditions where the brain becomes locked in a loop it cannot exit. Third, the temporal lobe. The region responsible for long-term autobiographical memory shows unusual volume and connectivity. It is as if in these individuals, the brain has never learned or never been allowed to prune the memories it doesn't need. Here is the great paradox of hyperthymesia. The very thing that sounds like the ultimate cognitive gift turns out to undermine the things that make life livable. Forgetting is not a flaw. It is a feature. The ability to let go of bad memories is what allows people to recover from trauma. The ability to let go of embarrassment is what allows people to take risks. The ability to let go of grief is what allows people to love again. Jill Price has described struggling with depression, obsessive thinking, and a profound sense of being unable to move forward because her past is always present. Normal memory gives us something extraordinary, the ability to reshape our own story. To remember the past not as it was, but as it needs to be for us to keep going. That selective imperfection is not a bug in human cognition. It is one of its most essential features. The next time you forget something, a name, a date, an awkward moment from years ago, don't be frustrated. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It is protecting you. Carrying only what you need. Releasing the rest. Perfect memory is not freedom. The ability to forget is.